Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to learn how to use the Python for loop and how to iterate over sequences step by step. So stay with me till the end of this video so you will clearly understand how to repeat tasks and how Python goes through data one item at a time. Sometimes in programming we need to do the same action many times. Instead of writing the same line of code again and again, we use a loop. A for loop lets us run code for each item in a sequence, like a list of strings or a list of numbers. So think of it like reading a list, one line at a time. So let's start with a simple Python script that I have here, and here you can see there is a list of fruits, and Python takes the first item in the fruit, each item one at a time, and then prints the name in the output. So when I run the program, you can see it loops through each item in the list of fruits. So for each fruit, that is each fruit in the list of fruits, it is printing the name. So it moves one at a time. First it takes the apple and then prints it, and then it moves to the next until the list ends. So you will see the output apple, banana, mango printed. So this process is called iteration or iteration, which is nothing but moving through the items, the three items here, one by one. So now let's understand the syntax. So as I said, the for fruit in fruits is nothing but the common syntax, and I can show you here, and it is something similar to for item in sequence. So that is how you do this. So you can see here for item in a sequence. So here you have the sequence of fruits, and the fruit is the name of the item. You can give any name here, for the fruit name or anything, any variable name. So each item is now substituted in this name, and when you say print fruit, it's going to refer to the first item, and when the loop goes to the next iteration, it is going to give this fruit the value of banana and is going to print banana. So it's going to loop like this. So this is a general syntax for item in sequence. So for each item in the list of sequence, so we have here the sequence of fruits. So that's how. And remember, you can give any variable name here, like fruit, number, or even any value. So now let us take another look at another example where we are going to loop through numbers. And here in this example, you can see here the range of 5 means it creates numbers from 0 up to 4. So when I say for I in range 0 to 4, it's going to loop through and print each number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and if you want to start from a different number, you can do that also. In this output we see it started from 0. Suppose if you want to start from 1, then it will start from 1 and then print up to 4. That is the max range minus 1. So this range is very useful when you want to know how many times you want to repeat a particular code inside the for loop. And now let's look at another example where you are going to loop through a string. So let me copy the example code here, and here you can see a string Python, and it is stored in this variable name, and we are using the for loop to print each character one at a time. So in this for loop, when I run the program, Python is going to process each character one at a time. So you can see it's printing Python. So this is useful when checking text and you want to parse the input or you want to validate the data. So in such cases you can use this kind of logic in your programming. And let us now see another example, a real world example where you have a list of numbers. For example, you might have a scores like this, and you want to iterate each score and then print the score. So each score is, when the loop runs, it's going to store each score item in this variable name, and it's going to print score and the name of the each item. So you can see here it prints the lists like this. So it processes them one by one. So this is very useful, especially when working with the results or any data that you want to iterate in your program. Now there is a very important point you need to know, that is called indentation, and it is spelled, it's a very important concept to learn in Python. And yeah, this is a word. And what does it mean? Python codes need to be indented properly. For example, the print command here, the print line here, it needs to be tabbed and pushed inside this for loop. You cannot just write statements like this one after the other like in other programming languages. In Python, the indentation needs to be correct, or else Python will show an error. So let me run this program, and it's going to say the indentation error here, the expected indented block after the for. So you need to push this a little bit inside, usually the tab key. And if you have another line of code that you want to execute, and if you have 10 lines inside this for loop that you want to execute, they all should be indented in the same manner. So it's going to run fine. If even one of the line is not indented, in this case, we have one line of code in the for loop. So if you say something like print, it's going to think that this is outside of the for loop. And let's run this program. And you can see that it printed this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5th time it's going to repeat the same thing. It didn't repeat the for loop. It didn't repeat the print statement twice. So this is how indentation need to be very careful. Suppose if I hit a tab here, it's going to iterate these 2 statements for 4 times, because that's how the 4 items in the list. So let's see. So here you can see it prints 2 times, twice. So you see the 8 print lines in the output. So that is the thing you need to understand, is always keep the code inside the loop indented. You might have a if loop or for loop, and any code inside those loops need to be indented. So Python knows that the code that needs to be executed is actually belongs to this loop. So you can imagine the loop like a helper that says, I will take one item at a time, run the code inside the loop, and then take the next item and then run all the lines inside the for loop until it runs out of all items, or until it is finished. So this is why for loops are powerful and simple. You can use them everywhere, in automation, in data processing, in testing, and in any scripts. And let us try one more example, which is a very practical one. And here in this example we have the name of persons, and we have a names list, and we are going to print the name loop one by one and then print. Let's see the output. So this kind of looping, you can see here, it goes through each name and then stores the name and then prints hello, the name. So this kind of loop is very common in real programs. So now you know how Python goes through sequences safely and clearly. So that's it. Today we learned what a for loop is, how iteration works, how to loop through lists, strings and numbers, and why indentation matters. In the next video, we will learn all about the break, continue, and pass to control the loop behavior. So if this video helped you, please click the like and share this video to your friends and others, and subscribe to the channel. It supports the channel and helps others learn concepts like this. So thank you for watching this video. Happy coding, and I will see you in the next video.